The Get Rich Slow Club podcast is a collaboration between Tash Etchman from Tash Invest and Anna Christina from Perla. The Get Rich Slow Club acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land we record on. From coast to coast, across land, waters, and communities, we pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Any advice is general and does not consider your financial situation, needs, or objectives, so consider whether it's appropriate for you.
Welcome to the Get Rich Slow Club podcast,
where we take you from beginner to confident investor,
where we can teach you everything you need to know about investing.
So come get rich slow with us.
Today we've got a bonus episode, and we're going to ask Tash a question she gets all the time. How did you get licensed to talk about investing on social media? We thought it was worth diving into this topic and answering some of those frequently asked questions so that you have a better understanding of what that means. So Tash, why did you get licensed?
Very good question, and a question I get asked all the time. Back in, was it March of last year, 2022, ASIC came out and said that influencers need to be licensed, and they brought out some new guidelines. So kind of just said that you couldn't be giving advice on social media at all if you weren't licensed, and it defined what that advice actually looked like. And I think a lot of us were very surprised at what advice actually did look like. Like a lot of us were giving advice without even meaning to.
And just for people who don't know what ASIC is, it's the Australia Securities and Investments Commission.
Mm-hmm. The people who regulate and enforce the laws around investments and financial products.
Exactly. So they came out, they said, hey, this is what it looks like to give advice. So do you want to just talk about the differences between general advice and personal advice?
Yeah, I didn't realize general advice covered so much. So general advice is any statement or opinion that tries to influence someone's decision about a financial product. And financial products can be your bank account, shares, bonds. Cash is a financial product as well if you put it into a savings account, all of those things. So even your opinion about it can be considered general advice, whereas personal advice is if you know someone's situation and you're giving them advice specifically on their personal situation. So to give personal advice, you need to be a licensed financial planner or advisor.
And what are the different types of licenses someone can hold?
So I'm licensed to give general advice only on different financial products. So I've got super deposit products, which is cash and bank accounts and things like that. Shares, managed funds. But you can get licensed to give it on one financial product, so just on shares, or you can get licensed to give it on a range of financial products, or you can be licensed as a personal financial advisor.
And if you're licensed, does that mean that you can now talk about it anywhere?
Anywhere, yes, that Guideway approve of. So Guideway is the company who licensed me, and they have an advisor's manual of things that I can and can't do. But yeah, I can give general advice on social media is what I'm licensed for.
And how does someone get licensed?
I was really lucky. Guideway reached out to me and offered to help. But you just need to know someone in the industry, or you need to reach out to license holders themselves to get licensed.
So for people who are listening, if you do the courses, are you then licensed?
No, unfortunately not. That would be very fun. No, the courses are just prerequisites for whatever the licensee wants. So they vary from license holder to license holder. But no, you need to do the courses and be authorized to give advice as well and have like an authorized rep number.
So first you did the courses, then you found someone who was willing to license you. And how?
Other way around.
Oh, okay.
No, Guideway reached out to me first, and then they told me what I needed to do, because it can vary from license holder to what you actually need to do. Like some people do more courses, some people do less. Like I did a certificate 4 as well that I know some people didn't do. So it depends on what that company wants from you.
And then once you're licensed, you can talk anywhere about general advice?
Anywhere that they approve of.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got like a list of, I can talk on YouTube, my podcast. I can be a guest on other people's podcasts if they approve of it too. Social media, yeah.
And are there any special stipulations that you have to follow?
Well, I have to make sure I'm following all the ASIC rules. Mm-hmm. So give general advice, don't give personal advice, be very balanced and careful about what you say. So don't try and favor one thing over the other. Yeah, and just make sure you're saying everything truthfully and properly and no scams or things like that.
A big question that people have is around influencers. A lot of people are talking online about money in general. What's the deal with influencers when it comes to licensing?
So they have to be licensed to give general advice according to ASIC and people I've spoken to. So you kind of go through the whole process that an advisor would, but not to give personal advice. So the process it took me is I found Guideway, well, they found me. I spent 6 months talking through the contracts and negotiating with them and then doing the courses. And then they gave me the license. I think it was November last year. Well, I was authorized to give advice. But yeah, if you're giving a recommendation or facts or opinions online, you do need to be licensed.
And do you have any suggestions or advice for anyone who's looking into getting licensed?
It's a bit of a minefield. Just, explore your options. Don't sign anything too quickly. See what they actually want from you. See if it aligns with what you want to do, because different licenses are authorized to do different things and they have different opinions on social media. So if you want to post on social media, find someone who will license you to post on social media. Be really clear about what you want from your license and find someone that will let you do that stuff.
And if you are someone who is following a bunch of different people on social media that are talking about money, what are some things that you advise that they look for?
Don't trust everyone's advice blindly. Always go and check it yourself. Listen to other people's opinions as well. I think just mostly don't blindly follow one person. Look out for scams with Forex or crypto or someone who's pushing one product really heavily. You want to follow someone who has a nice balanced view of different financial products and things.
And where can people learn more about getting licensed?
Oh gosh, good question. ASIC, I guess, but they're not very clear. It's a hard one. You can talk to people who are licensed, or you can reach out to companies who do offer that service. So Guideway, Waddle Partners license Rask as well. Vince is out there. I don't know his company's Money Sherpa. Life Sherpa, yeah, they license people as well. So it's best to talk to the company directly and see what they need from you and if they're willing to license you.
And where can you take courses?
They're on Kaplan. So I did the RG 1461s in securities, managed funds, super, deposit products, and a Cert 4 in mortgage broking as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's all we need to know about getting licensed.
Woo, fun.
Thanks so much for joining us. If you found this episode helpful, please rate us 5 stars, write a review, or share with a friend. If you're new to investing, make sure to listen to our first 10 episodes. Follow us at Get Rich Slow Club or Tash at Tash Invests or me at Ana Cristina.
This show was brought to you by Natasha Etchman, who is an authorized representative 1299881 of Guideway Financial Services, AFSL 420367, and Perla, who is an authorized representative 1281540 of Sanlam Private Wealth, AFSL 337927. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to investing. So make sure you check out our financial services guides and read the product disclosure statement and target market determination for any investments you're considering. See our show notes for more info.